All right, so we have a mouse frozen, thawing in hot water instead of the microwave. The reason is because we have tried it in the microwave, even though people say you shouldn't do it. But when you put them in the microwave, we wrap them in a paper towel and do all this, they still, for whatever reason, seem to explode in the microwave, and it's a mess. It's nasty. So we do it in hot water. However, just because you do them in hot water, the thaw doesn't make it any less nasty. Okay? People think that because you use frozen mice that it makes everything okay. The world is okay because there's the humane way of doing things. That isn't always necessarily true. And you have some snakes, like our ball python, that probably eats 1 out of 4 times when it comes to frozen. We try to feed the ball python first his frozen, because if he doesn't eat it, the red tail will. The red tail seems to not care what you put in front of it. And I'm gonna see if I can give you guys some tips on how to get them to eat. All right. So we got our boy Thor out. We're gonna see if he'll eat a frozen mouse that has been thawed. Like I say, he's not the greatest, but we're gonna try. What you think? You hungry? Sometimes I can tell immediately if he's interested, which right now he does seem somewhat interested. So I try not to push it too much. It's like he thinks about it. I feel like he targets my hand, and then he moves on about his business. All right, so we're gonna have another go at it here.
Uninterested.
All right, so you saw the ball python, so now I'm gonna show you the difference. So here's our beautiful red tail, Statham, or as you heard Colton say, Stathina. Remember, we pull them out of their cage so they don't think you're gonna bite. Look, it's like she already knows. Look at her. She's already looking, and boom. Just like that. What did it take? 10 seconds?
So much faster than the ball python.
I do try to move it to make her think that she's got a good little fight on her hands.
Wow.
And she wins. Put the lid on, okay? You see what I'm saying? The ball python, nothing to do with it. Bam! 5 seconds in, red tail, nailed it. Didn't do anything different, same mouse. You know, just one of those things to be mindful of. I've come across it. Some snakes do, some snakes don't. It's not that the ball python doesn't ever. He's just picky. I don't really know why, but he does it. The red tail, doesn't matter if it's live or frozen, thawed, doesn't matter. Bam, she nails it. I like to give it a good fight. One good positive thing about a frozen over a live as well, the thawed you don't have to worry about tearing up your snake. The live you do, especially the bigger they get. The worst bite I've ever taken in my life was a large jumbo rat. I was feeding a large boa, and it bit me right across my thumbnail. I'm telling you what, I will take 10,000 snake bites over that one rat bite. I hope you guys kind of find this a little bit of a help if you're struggling with what should I do? Frozen, thawed, my snake won't eat frozen. Should I feed it thawed? But again, make sure you take him out of his cage. So she's done eating, so now I'm gonna get her out. I like to kind of let her know it's me. So I like to pet her so she don't think there's another mouse coming in. And I'm telling you, after you do this so often, you let them know, and then very gently. Look, as you can tell, okay, she's still hungry. Hey. So it's just what I do, okay? I touch her head. I think she kind of starts to realize that tongue comes out, testing the air, tasting my hand. Is it a mouse? Is it a knot? I washed my hands after I fed her. I have been bitten many times because I didn't. And then when I went to get them out, they smelled a mouse on my hand and struck my hand. Usually once I get her up to about right here, you can tell she's pretty laid back and chill. I do not like to grab her just because I'm scared she might regurgitate her meal. All right, I'm gonna put this beautiful baby back in her cage, let her get warm and have a wonderful night. You ready? She's like, yeah, give me back in. I try to make sure she just kind of comes off my hand on her own. That's important. Do not feed your snake in the cage that it stays in, because every time you stick your hand in there, it's going to start thinking it's getting fed and it's going to bite you. Don't have that happen. Again, we're just here to educate and inspire. Love it. Live life. And I can't wait to see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe, man. We'll see you next time.